Qui c'est qui est très gentil? Très gentil. Qui c'est qui est très méchant?
All right, cheers. Nice one. Welcome to Peripherals and Poppers, because we've got a name for it now. I'm Glyn, and that doesn't get awkward to say. Joined by Josh, Craig.
Hello.
AKA the three people who are going to listen to this.
Hello, I'm Craig.
E3's done. Unless there's any family deaths you want to get out of the way first.
Is it ever really done, though?
I don't. It might not be done, actually, but the bit that's interesting is done.
The three games everybody liked, yeah.
I do think we need to get the family deaths out of the way, though.
Are there any family deaths?
Not this week. We're bordering on leukemia.
Really? Bordering on leukemia?
Yeah. Not me.
How can you border on leukemia?
Well, it's in remission.
Oh, okay. So it's in remission.
And so the person that has it has a cold, so I mean, that's usually endgame, isn't it?
It seems really suspicious that all of these happen back to back, I think, and you get a cash payment every single time. This
does make me sound like I'm wealthier than I actually am. It's not all the time.
And they're like, oh, we found this irradiated rock nearby. It was really strange, and then they suddenly got leukemia.
I've got to be more subtle than that.
That's how they got.
It's usually lead.
You don't go the polonium route.
No, because that can be detected.
And it's expensive.
Lead's everywhere, especially in the countryside.
Yeah, no, that's true. And it's plausible deniability.
What's that, asbestos in your ceilings? Wow, who knew?
Yeah.
The council.
Well, you know what? You need to rip that out right away. Oh, don't worry about breathing apparatus. Go and get that out.
Let me help you rip it out. Exactly.
Just hold your breath when you do it. So you ever going to buy that humble bundle?
Which was that?
You said, I think last week you said you were potentially gonna buy a humble bundle if you.
Oh no, it's because I'm now flush with cash. I can genuinely afford a humble bundle for once.
Have you been?
Yeah, so like all I brought upon myself was the fact that I now had fuck you money for humble bundles.
Fuck you, humble bundle.
Yeah, fuck you, humble bundle money. It's a good £7 occasionally. I mean, but I could probably splash for the top tier stuff as well. You get a soundtrack sometimes.
Oh wow.
Let's have a look what it is this week, actually. Hang on.
This week? Because they do it. Well, I'm on the monthly thing.
Well, let's see if this is monthly then. Because I mean, I can probably
Destiny 2 last month. They're obviously pretty desperate.
Hang on a second. Okay, here we go. So this month, if I can cark off one of my family members, it's $12.
Oh, wow.
So I might be able to stretch, and you get. Oh, okay. You get nothing, Glenn. You get nothing.
Nothing. Well, there we go. £12 a month.
You get Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny 2 is June, and then
fucking hell.
The next one is going to be. Yeah, actually, it's nothing. It's Hearts of Iron
nothing here.
4, Black Wake, and Portal Knights. I've heard of one of those.
So basically,
Maze was the best one. It had Kerbal.
Maze was good. Yeah, that Dead Rising 4 I played for a few minutes. I still haven't played Ruiner because I've heard it's difficult, and I don't like difficult games other than Dark Souls.
Okay.
I don't know.
What is Ruin? I've never let's have a look.
Ruin is like a top-down kind of twin stick shooter. It's
Oh, I think I have heard. Yeah, I'm surprised Kerbal's still going.
Well, Kerbal technically only came out like last year. Like it only got released from early access.
They haven't run out of money yet.
They got bought by someone.
Have you seen any gameplay of the Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Or Jurassic World?
I've seen a couple of videos online, but I haven't watched them because I wasn't.
It looks like theme park. It was made by the same people who did Elite, didn't it? And they also made the recent Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, so you actually make a Jurassic Park?
Yeah, they made Jurassic Park where you make a Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Oh wow. And then does it inevitably go wrong and they all bust out? Because that's what's supposed to happen in a Jurassic Park.
They showed a gameplay demo
where
somebody removed the fencing of the T-Rex enclosure. And it kind of wandered out, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's going to be amazing." It wandered out, looked at the people, walked down the path, kind of went back in its enclosure again and fucked off.
No, they fucked that up.
I was like, "Oh, it doesn't always do that." When it clearly fucking does, mate.
Yeah, I want it so that you can, like, you know, put little rangers in with sniper rifles and you can put them against the raptors and see who wins.
Well, I think you can.
You can do that?
Yeah. It looks like you can have security and shit, you know.
Can I design my own dinosaur? Like, just have one that's...
100%. I mean, I'm the marketing for this game now.
You know everything about it.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. You can even go first person into a Ranger Glen.
Well, Craig, what do you think of that?
Craig,
I think
you want to buy the
person
DLC,
to arrange it.
I think I might just throw my credit card at it.
yeah, Craig. I mean, the best thing about this, you can buy DLC. The first season pass is the VR expansion.
Sounds like that's all.
Basically, what we've got is we've got the ability to go VR into a dinosaur where you hump the fuck out of like a Rhinoceros, Diplodocus or T-Rex.
Diplodocus.
Is that a Greek guy?
Diplodocus. No, it's the guy that owns the airplanes that come into there, the franchise.
All right, so well, there you go then. There's some news that you just brought up on your own. That's pretty good. That's a game that came out.
I wouldn't take it as 100% gospel.
Oh, so you're not sure if any of this is true?
I only work for the marketing department, Lynn.
But you get commission if we buy it.
Might not give you cancer.
Yeah, it might not give you cancer. Jurassic Park might not give you cancer.
I think that's the best way we can sell this.
Well, I haven't got any money, so I'm not afraid of you trying to kill me.
Maybe that should be a segment. Is that we try and market a shit game?
Well, it sounds like quite a good game. I mean, I might even.
Yeah,
I might.
Oh, you can fucking helicopter lift dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that's going to do.
You didn't even mention that. This game's just tons of fun.
I think you play it for 10 minutes and you'd be like, "Oh, this is a really good idea. I can see where they've gone with it," and then you stop.
So basically, like the theme park game that they made as well.
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Oh, that looks really cool," and I was like, "I can't actually be bothered to make a theme park." I just realised.
Yeah.
Got enough shit going on. I don't want to build a theme park.
Eurogamer doing their classic reviews again, and the title is Jurassic World Evolution Review: A beautiful, overly brutal park sim.
Overly brutal. Did they elaborate on that, or is it brutal or just difficult, or is it just like T-Rex is just ripping children apart?
The contributor of this review is Vicky Blake.
Oh.
Let me show you Vicky.
She struggles to juggle a fair to middling Destiny / Halo addiction, and her kill death ratio is terrible. Fuck off, Eurogamer. Why am I looking at Euro? Don't make me look at Eurogamer. Anyway, E3. E3. Cyberpunk.
Death Stranding.
I didn't even have that on my list. I forgot about that. It's because I
really? What, delivery sim 2018?
No, because I literally, my prep for this as usual was just to go to Reddit /r/games and then just look at what was on there, and that wasn't on there today. So it
does sound like they've kind of covered their bases.
What, in terms of making a game, or just spending as much money as Sony has?
The one bit I took from that trailer that I actually quite liked was the fact that the woman had that funky umbrella, and I quite fancy one now.
I forgot about the umbrella.
Do you remember it? The sections of it.
It was kind of like it wasn't very practical, was it? It was
like a fractal.
Yeah,
umbrella.
It looked like something from Deus Ex. Yeah. With the new ones, not the ones that people like.
Any Metal Gear Solid game ever.
Yeah, futurist fetishism.
Let's just be reassured that she's not naked and rolling around in the rain yet.
Oh, that'll be that'll be closer to launch when they're trying to get those pre-orders.
The DLC, yeah. It will just be the guy who plays the lead character. I can't remember his name is.
You know Kojima's motivations for hiring these people?
Schoolgirls.
So he liked Hannibal, so he got Mads Mikkelsen in. He liked watching that fucking zombie show, so he got that other guy in. He obviously beat up.
I love that we can't remember the name of the main protagonist. Daryl Dixon is the name of the show. I can't think of his actual name.
But I couldn't even remember the name of the show, so I can go one better than that.
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. Yep. Dawn of the Dead.
Wattle of the Dead.
Dead of the Dead.
Craig, you playing Fortnite?
Yep.
Fuck.
It's just he's playing fucking Eve as well. I guarantee it. Yeah. Is this why you struggle to kind of focus on the conversation?
Concentrate.
No, I'm not struggling at all. Thank you very much.
Are you skiing at the same time?
Spending kids' inheritance, if only.
What time is your man boy getting up here?
Is it coming up today?
Never mind. 3 things. Don't worry about it. We'll just wait. We'll just time this.
He's busy getting a victory royale.
Oh, great.
Oh.
That woman got raped. What was that, sorry?
Brilliant.
What? You can't just say that without context. People will get upset. What do you mean that woman got raped?
I basically just shoved a pistol up her butthole.
Oh, okay. Thanks for elaborating. That's all right then. That's
violated.
In context, that makes a lot of sense.
I bet so. I got one of them automatic sniper rifle thingies.
What time is your male acquaintance coming up?
7, 8-ish.
Tonight?
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
So now then, unless you're on a different time zone in Scotland.
Oh, what?
it's 7 now. So is he coming on the podcast?
He
All
might
over
do.
the podcast, Clint.
I will tell you exactly where he is.
All right.
Oh my God, you've got him on Google Maps.
I do.
You got
Oh
a tracker
my
on him.
God, the jealousy aspect of homosexuals is incredible.
He is currently
Wow.
in.
At my door.
I hope that's on his phone. You haven't just shoved something up his arse and I'm told him about it.
Dr. Reddy's spot tracker.
He's just got the Penrith.
I like Penrith.
Do you like anal trackers?
Yeah, not really.
It's got a little barb in it so it doesn't come out again.
It's right up there with
Like a cat's
pretzels.
dick. All right, so Death Stranding then?
So he's going to be gone in a bit then. Yeah, I think it looks good. I mean, it looks pretty.
It looks nice.
It's no lesbian kiss, but it's it's all right.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up, don't worry. I know it was a good segue, so I feel like maybe we should move on to that. I've got written here, Last of Us 2 is a game. So
Was a game. We'll forget about it very shortly.
Yeah. And I'm sure all of those encounters that happened in the thing will happen exactly like that in the game, and it's not just a load of scripted
100%.
bullshit.
It would be incredibly fluid.
So I remember
You
when I
have no
saw
idea.
the Uncharted 4 demo, and it looked fucking awesome. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be great. Still haven't finished that game. I don't think I even got to the section that they were promoting. It was like, no, it's just so fucking boring.
Half the reason I'm having the PlayStation 4 of Laura is to finish that game because I've completed the other story. That's pissing me off. I haven't finished it. But no, I'm totally with you. And I mean, there'll be a QTE for the kissing.
Oh, that's a point. You know, we have an official gay. So what do you think of that? Is that all right, Craig, or is that just exploitation to kind of flavour the month?
I'm not
Flavour of the month.
Would you have rather it have been Joel? Maybe they'd have had the balls to do that, because anybody can put lesbians up. That's just kind of like, oh, look at the lesbians, isn't that nice? But then if you just see two dudes
That's
just
true.
fucking rotting, like everyone's afraid to show any of that.
Especially Joe, who's a proper dad.
Yeah, he's a bear.
a burr.
Burr.
I think you would reduce your target audience by about 50 to 70%.
What? So
Well, how can I get any lower than what it is?
I was going to say, is one of us going to stop listening? It goes down by 33%.
No, I mean in general for the game.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. That's the thing. Like you go, oh look, people get to feel progressive. They get to feel good about themselves. They're like, oh, I tolerated some lesbians. Aren't I amazing? But they didn't actually have to feel, somewhat uncomfortable because they're in the actual audience. And then, of course, you've got the whatever it is, 5% of people who actually give a shit about the all the social justice aspects. So you get them to feel warm and fuzzy inside. And then the 90% of mouth breathing morons that just yell at you about your mum on fucking COD, they're gonna buy it anyway.
You be jacking off anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna buy it anyway. It doesn't matter.
They'll be googling images of like her 3D body scan in the shower.
If you say to them, this is going to have your dad scanned into the game getting raped by Hitler, and they'll go, oh, what's the anti-aliasing like?
Yeah, how big are the guns?
Times 24.
Oh, how many pixels? Does it have more pixels than the Xbox? If I'm going to watch my dad get raped to death by Hitler, I want to make sure it's in the highest definition possible, and much more than those scumbags on the Xbox.
I want a constant 60 FPS of raping, please.
Oh, Xbox One X, you can see 120 FPS.
The only tearing I want on my screen is after the I couldn't follow through on that. Neither could he.
Oh, dear. So we're agreed then. Last of Us 2 is what might be a game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it being a game.
Speaking of things that might be a game, Cyberpunk 2077, which was supposed to be the first thing on the docket, but we're doing it third now, so...
Apparently, the press saw 45 minutes of unfiltered gameplay where somebody just went, it's GTA 5.
Really?
Yeah. They were like, it's GTA 5, prettier, more things to do, but GTA 5.
Well, it's also GTA 5 in the sense that they're releasing it this close to the end of the generation, so they'll probably double dip and make another one for the next consoles.
Well, apparently it is the next consoles, isn't it?
No, they're saying it's current gen, but that's what they always say when what they actually mean is we're going to do it current gen now, and then it will be next gen.
To be fair to them, Witcher 3 broke a fair amount of graphical boundaries for a lot of things.
Yeah, I think didn't they re-release that as well? Wasn't that originally on?
Yeah, well, who wouldn't? You're gonna need that money as a Polish developer.
Well, I've got another note here that I stole from Reddit. It says, this is great. We'll have more diverse romance options than The Witcher 3. And I seem to remember the romance games were really diverse in that.
There was a lot of tits.
You basically fucking plow somebody with a snowplow you wanted to in that game.
Yeah, but it was like, do you want to fuck Triss or do you want to fuck the other one?
Both.
Yeah.
There was animals involved? Couldn't you fuck the horse at one point? Or that big,
that might have been a dream.
No, Glenn. Lost his baby.
No, Josh, no.
I think that was a dream you had.
Yeah. Don't need to bring your fantasies
60 FPS
into this podcast.
60 FPS horsecock.
60 FPS 3. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a game. It's a game that
I hope it's good. I mean, the trouble is they've held off presenting anything. They've gone, when it's ready. But then if it turns out to be absolute dog shit, then egg on face. And the difference is I'll probably still buy it.
I just hope it's more of a game than The Witcher. Because The Witcher had a great plot and all that, and the presentation was nice and it looked lovely. But every time I had a fight, I was like, this is the shittest fighting.
Yeah, it meandered a lot, and I lost interest halfway through it. So much I had to force myself to finish playing it. But, no, it should be good. No, because this looks. I mean, I know it sounds horrible, and it's a throwback, but I loved like Shenmue 2, and the feeling of like the city and people moving around.
Play Yakuza.
Yeah, I know you say that, but yeah.
So. I could give you some context to that girl getting raped because the video highlights decided to capture it.
Oh, wow. Girl got raped.mpeg.
But Craig's on a different tangent.
It's only 5-year-olds play Fortnite, so you can't say that girl got raped. You've got to, modify your language a bit.
Fuck, I forgot to pick up the fucking parcel from Amazon.
More than that.
Done, you mong.
No, it's here. It's okay. It's across the road.
Go get it.
10 o'clock. I've got till 10. We're fine.
So you're gonna be able to play as V. That's gonna be the character in that game.
Yeah, but when you read about it, V is just the name of the thing that you can create because it can be female, binary, robot.
Yeah, it can be Vag or it can be
bad.
It can be a talking
Venezuelan.
Yeah, Venezuelan.
Craig's enemy. HIV. Hi, V. Oh, not the HIV.
That's just mean.
Sorry, you popped Dr. Ready, right?
Exactly.
Oh, well, that time, didn't you?
Gonna take all the bum holes.
Don't you have to, as he walks to the door, don't you have to just bend him over and pop one up there?
No.
Watch his arsehole go purple again because of that dye.
Luckily, no.
Oh.
Fucking purple dye.
Nope, you've got HIV. You're coming in through this door.
Wow. What's your choice of lube, Craig?
Swiss Navy.
He's actually got a choice. Of course he has. How many brands you got in the fridge? Oh, I suppose you don't want it in the fridge, don't you? You want to keep it at room temperature.
7.
7?
Yeah. I think I've about 7 different ones.
Holy fuck.
Swiss Navy.
I got one free one day, and it's literally called Spit.
Oh.
I nearly choked. Like you're going to be doing. But the fact is that you got Swiss Navy.
Yeah.
That's almost admitting that all the Swiss Navy have a penchant for lube.
But they do.
You're in the wrong fucking profession, mate.
No, I'm in the correct profession. I get paid well.
IT. Yeah, but you're not getting bummed. So, I mean, if you're in the Navy, at least it'd be constant.
I could do that if I wanted to anyway.
But in work. Just get onto the server room.
let me just pick my phone up. I'll walk home and I'm going to get my house at lunch.
Why is the air conditioning struggling to keep up with the heat in the server room? Oh, it's Craig again. He's gone down to the server room with his mate. So some rampant bumming.
He fucking overclocked it again.
He's done it again.
I might regret asking this, but what's the etiquette on cleanliness in terms of, because I'm just thinking, worst case scenario is, you have a go and then you still need smells, that kind of situation.
Yeah, no, you're right. Laura's pretty bad. She has to have a bit of a flannel down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah. She's got a flannel. We get flannel out.
Dear. Is it even worth it at that point?
It's not. It's never been really worth it at any point.
Yeah, he still does the dirty.
Very rarely, but when I'm desperate, I'm desperate. And you just have to kind of give her a bit of a nod,
Go
sort your life out.
Go and put a shower hose up there.
Need more in a shower hose. You need a fucking power washer.
I was about to say Kircher power washer. Karcher.
So anyway, that's a nice segue to Sony's Fortnite problems.
Brilliant. They are ramming. They forgot, that was some beautiful segue.
They forgot to clean their bumholes.
Has that been resolved yet? Because Craig mentioned last.
Yes, supposedly it has been resolved.
I think you're just tripping balls, mate. I don't think you ever had an account that was linked to it.
Hang on, Glenn. He's very cleverly moved from Fortnite to Forts. from
2
syllables were too much.
The hip and happening game of the moment to piece of shit Worms clone.
Yeah, but it keeps me interested.
So can we just have a quick update on where Bumboy is?
Yeah, can we have a GPS update on?
Tell you right now.
This, ladies and gentlemen, might be a shorter podcast as Craig wants to get his dick, well, not wet, right? Is it wet or?
Yeah.
Wants to get his dick sucked at the very least. He's going to get his dick sucked and then he's going to use
He's in Penrith now.
He's in Penrith.
So
okay.
he's going through Penrith?
Yeah, he's just going through Penrith.
And instead of being on this podcast, he would rather lube up his cock and shove it in a dude's ass.
You're assuming that he doesn't take it?
No, I think...
Mate, we all know that's not the case.
Craig's a giving soul. I don't think he's really... If you offer him something, he'll refuse it. He doesn't want to take it. Like, no, you sit there. I'll do all the work. Don't you worry. I've got my old Navy.
It keeps him fit.
Mm.
Well done, Craig. Why can't I still don't understand why you can't find me closer?
I have.
Well, they're only 10% of the population, remember? It's not as easy.
Sorry about that.
That's the trade-off. It's easier to persuade them to do it, but there's less of them. Whereas women, fucking loads of them, but good luck getting them to come around your house to...
This is a very good point.
Have a cock in the arse.
You just find the desperate ones, the gingers. That's my strategy for, what's it now, 33 years?
It's pretty good. It's rock solid.
So it worked. It's worked a lot.
And as a bonus, you get some Nintendo... Are we getting any Nintendo news tonight?
We interrupt this broadcast for some important Nintendo news.
I'll see if I can get hold of it while you bring us on to the next subject.
Well, we haven't... I don't think... Did we really do the Fortnite thing? I mean, I know there's not much to say, is there? Sony are being cunts, because they can. But everyone's losing their shit about it. But apparently Craig can play it, so it's fine. Oh.
Well, I think this might be a lackluster adventure. Fucking hell, pal. That's a long ringtone.
I mean, really, I could still use this. You play the jingle.
The number you have dialed cannot accept this call.
Oh, there we go.
Please hang up and try again later.
No.
Thanks to Laura for a fucking massive waste of time.
So then there, I just put in the end jingle, and that's it. We've done the Nintendo news.
If she rings back, I'll hold her up to the phone. She won't ring back.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
I saw this. Looks good, but why?
Because money. I mean, you don't have to come up with a new idea. You just make some new assets, and fanboys go mental.
You would think they'd just make a new Resident Evil game. They only did it a couple of years ago.
Well, they did do it. They just did it. So
I mean, Biohazard, wasn't it? It's about a year and a half ago, though.
Yeah, but then just Fleet. It's Capcom. These are the people that made Street Fighter 2 20 times before they even made a Street Fighter 3.
I mean, bear in mind, Far Cry churn out a fucking new game every year. FIFA churn out a new football game every year. Why can't fucking
inverted commas, fucking Far Cry.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Assassin's Creed.
Reskinned engine is what they're doing.
But that was actually the next story. Assassin's Creed, Super Mario Odyssey.
Odyssey.
So this is really fucking confusing because the last game was Origins, which implies that it's the start.
Odyssey.
The next game, 200 years earlier or 400 years, one of those, and it's still about Assassin's Creed somehow. There'll be
a whole mission of you just pushing a wooden horse into a fort. Just the whole mission of just sneaking around. It would be so on the nose. They've already shown the clip of you talking to Archimedes or some shit like that. Oh,
so I think it's Socrates actually, and he looks like a hobo. So at least they've gone accurate.
Yeah,
because who's going to be philosopher's not going to be making much money, is he?
And they're gay, aren't they? So surely there's going to be some like QT action with,
They didn't make those distinctions in those days. I think it would be.
No, I suppose it was bi, wasn't it?
The 10% in those days was people who loved their wife. They were like,
didn't go to,
I can't wait to go home to fuck my wife.
Didn't go to a Greek bath.
Mm.
You looking forward to that one, Craig?
Yeah, definitely.
I've heard they properly, fully, accurately modelled all the characters in it so that when you do go into a Greek whorehouse or an orgy, you can actively see and get involved. They're bringing VR to it.
I didn't hear that. When did you hear that?
They're bringing VR to it as well, Craig, so you can really get in with the action.
Can I control my weight with my joysticks?
No, you've got to remember that like Assassin's Creed is made by multi-diverse team.
That's true,
gays, homosexual, non-binary, fluid people.
Feminists. How many types of lewd are you going to be able to select?
Heterosexuals. I don't think they use lube. I think they used fine sand.
Fine sand. Oh wow, they were sterner stuff, weren't they? Those Spartans.
Well, it's different now. Then you can go up to course when you feel ready.
They included other period authentic stuff like the Sparta kick from the film 300.
Possibly. There's occasionally a flashback back to Danny. What was his fucking name?
Minogue.
No, what the fuck is that guy's name who did the original games? He was a comedian. Danny
Dyer.
Not Danny fucking Dyer or Danny McBride. There's another. Wallace. There's occasionally a flashback to Danny Wallace, who's naked and tied up in a basement. And it's just like a flash forward even, or whatever it is, like a real time where Danny Wallace has been found in a basement and it's Craig just stood over him with a rubber
are you just trying to get Craig to pre-order this game? Tell him all this.
I've already got a hard on, don't worry.
Yeah. Danny Wallace getting beaten in a basement.
Get a wooden horse dildo. Your own Trojan to insert into somebody else.
I'll tell you what, if you
condoms have teamed up with Ubisoft.
If you let your opponents drive a 100-foot fucking giant wooden horse into your camp, you deserve to get killed in the night.
Who thought that was a good idea in the first place?
I mean, that's not even practical. If you've got the resources to make a giant wooden fucking horse, make a giant wooden ladder and just climb over.
Yeah, but it's not as fun.
Hey, we got your present. Where's all your soldiers gone? Don't worry about that. Here's your present.
Present.
How fucking big was this horse as well? Like, how many people could you realistically get?
I don't even think they put a lot in it, from what I understand. It was just that they didn't expect it. And of course, they flapped out in the middle of the night.
And then when they got the horse, and they were like, cheers. What are we going to do with this? We ain't got the space for this.
Mantelpiece. Just interior designer.
We just got that pot plant that I put in the corner. I've got this giant fucking horse. They brought us a cactus last year. Why can't they just do that again?
Fucking, yeah.
So, yeah, that's a game. It's another game. Now,
the thing is, nothing is unique about that. Sorry, let's just finish off there. Nothing is unique about the Assassin's Creed game, apart from the fact they'll skin it to whichever setting they wanted to be in. And the fact they made the sailing.
The last one, Origins, was... The 2 years was evident that they took off. It was good. It was very well done. It was very well put together. Granted, they stole all of their best ideas from other games, but at least they didn't just do the same shit that they'd done before. This one, they've just taken Assassin's Creed Origins and just done that shit that you said. They've gone, okay, right, well, we'll pop a Greek skin on it and...
so they'll get 5 more years of like using the new engine or whatever.
I think at least 3 before people start getting upset.
So basically,
again.
Just push it right into the fucking ground then.
But at least they did take that year off.
Yeah, well done.
Well done for that restraint.
All the women having maternity leave because they're now allowed.
Meanwhile, Good and Evil, they only make one of those every 20 years. So
I really want to see some actual gameplay footage of this and not just CGI.
I was really suspicious when they cut from the CGI and they went, here's someone walking around. They went, don't look too closely, and they never zoomed in on that monitor. They just showed the guy standing next to it, and they're like, don't look too closely, but it's real. Don't worry. Don't
zoom in. Don't look at the gameplay. It's going to look completely different. Yeah. But for the time being, this is everything that we can muster up on our tiny computer system.
See you next year when we've made another CGI thing.
I remember when I first saw it, and he was advertising the fact that you could fly around this city that looked like Brazil, and he was saying how it was full of slums and crime and sex.
Oh, yeah, I know what Brazil looks like.
And then, exactly. And then he flew to a Zeppelin, got off, and I was playing and walked along the Zeppelin. I was like, well, this is just every other game that's got vehicles and flight, like Star Citizen. You've got, I mean, I know it isn't made. You've got The other one, the
I never will be.
Fucking started.
Did you see Star Citizen did a trailer though?
Did you see that it also stole Eve's designs?
What, it had spaceships?
That's not what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like space.
It ripped off the idea of being in space.
Stars, the universe.
It has taken one of the Nebula art drawings that Eve spent like a week doing for one of the expansions, and then they basically just copied it and stuck it on top of some rocks. And then, that's basically what they've done. And then
it's the highest form of flattery, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what CCP Falcon said.
I like the fact that you recognise that, though, Craig. That you've seen.
He didn't. CCP did.
No, I've seen Twitter.
The autists on Twitter that really, really like Eve saw it.
I was just looking at it. I was like, oh, fancy. It was actually on Reddit. I think I've seen it.
So yeah, technically not E3, but we can talk about. I mean, this is about games, so it would seem weird to talk about Star Citizen.
It's true. That is true.
So we might as well just start going into
interactive video game. That's what it's classed as now.
Once you start with that, I mean, what other pyramid schemes can we talk about if we talk about that? Avon.
Oh dear. I mean, No Man's Sky is pretty close to a pyramid scheme by now.
Well,
they're finally introducing no multiplayer, aren't they?
Yeah.
Finally, it's not just little signposts.
I thought it was
across.
multiplayer.
No, Craig. You get to see little blobs floating around. Holy shit.
Well, they must be really proud of it now because they've got that little Irish fella out of retirement and they've fucking started shoving him onto TV shows again. That guy that lied about it the first time and then he went into hiding.
Sean Murray. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he's been popping up on things.
He looks so confused all the time.
He looks like a man who's had about 8 breakdowns in the last 2 years, which he is.
Yeah, 8 hours of sleep in 2 years. Yeah,
he's still probably getting death threats on Twitter.
I imagine he just had to buy a second home.
Caravan.
He just keeps moving around from lay-by to lay-by to the best Wi-Fi spot
until
the
cans of Mountain Dew start getting thrown at him.
Amazing.
Little Doritos under his tires. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. You two probably don't give a fuck, but I like the look of it.
That's the From Software thing, isn't it?
I like that.
Basically Dark Souls, but with more maneuverability.
Yeah, but it looks like, a bit faster. I mean, Bloodborne was always billed as that, but I always just thought it was, I don't know, I never
What's
quite
the
got
one
with
that's
Bloodborne.
like that was also a Japanese-themed game that they showed off in some sort of field?
Yeah, that was a game that was like it, but it was by Team Ninja. It's called Neo. And it was about...
That's right.
It was about... it was based on a real-life guy who was also the inspiration for Shogun, the book and the TV show and all that, about an English guy that washes up in Japan in the 1600s and becomes a samurai. That was a real dude, and that's the historical basis for this guy, but for some reason they made him Irish. I don't know why.
Brilliant.
So it's him, and then the other deviation from historical accuracy is he fights a load of demons, which I don't think happened in real life.
You don't know, though, do you?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there, so
No, exactly. So maybe, Glenn, you should just shut your mouth.
I know. That's the thing. I mean, there's no historical evidence for it, but how much evidence have we got for dinosaurs?
Have some faith, Glenn. Have some faith.
Could happen.
I mean, look at Craig. We always thought he was straight.
Well,
actually, hang on.
Straight's the wrong word. Psychopath.
Questionable. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Fucking nuts.
Have we got any sponsors this week?
Oh shit!
Fallout 76.
Okay.
Oh yes, Fallout 76. We didn't even fucking mention it. That's why, because they're the sponsor of the show. So yeah, this show is sponsored by Fallout 76. It's like Fallout, but instead of just losing your game save to crashes and bugs, you're also going to get your house trashed by some 14-year-old prick in America using his mum's computer.
Did you see, though, they're making a new Devil May Cry 5?
Sorry, Craig, I think we need to just highlight some facts about Fallout 76 as they are paying
off. They paid a lot of money.
It'll be set in America, Craig. It'll be set in America. It's online. It's player versus player. I mean, we know that. It's basically not going to have Fortnite elements.
It's going to be 25 players, I think, at the same time.
Something like that. It's not another PvP for survival game, Craig.
No, it's not like that. It's not like those other
Not
ones.
like that. You get a workbench. That's a thing.
Yep, you can build your house, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't actually get destroyed, and you can put it wherever you want, and you can pop it in a box.
No stolen babies this time.
No.
Fallout 5 through to Fallout 75 was a write-off.
Yeah.
There's no plot.
maybe
there's no plot this time getting in the way of just having your base destroyed over and over again.
There'll be fan-made content, weren't there? That was the one thing they mentioned.
Yeah. I think you might be getting mixed up with Beyond Good and Evil. You know when
Joe said
Third Rock from the Sun.
Tits came out. Yeah.
Third Rock from the Sun was saying that he's going to pay people.
Mods will do it. There'll be mods.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's a Bethesda game. That's the incredible thing. If you think about it, they're not going to be able to mod it because it's an online game. So this is just going to be broken. Because normally you get like Skyrim, you get Fallout 4. It's about 8 gig. Then you download 40 gigs worth of mods, so it works. Whereas this time you won't have that option. You'll just have to play the piece of shit game that doesn't work.
Brilliant.
Fallout 76 pre-order today.
To make things easier, I wonder if when you do base building, it'll just cut to Fallout Shelter.
Yeah. To pay to win.
Yeah.
Did they say it? It's going to be a full price game, right? They're not going to make it free to play.
Oh no, I don't think it is. No, I don't know. Maybe it won't have VR because that's out now.
Oh yeah, and well, from what I understand, it's mixed results with their games in VR. Apparently, the Skyrim wasn't very good.
Probably not.
And then Fallout 4 was at least comically amusing. It's funny though, isn't it, that they're literally incapable of making a game that isn't completely broken, and they went, oh, let's pop some VR on this.
I guess how far do you go before you can't fix any more of the bugs, or it just becomes overwhelming that you let the fans fix it in mods?
What you mean for the new game? And
that's when you relaunch it. But that's when you launch it.
Well, they've released. Let me check my notes. They've released 48 versions of Skyrim now, and there's bugs that are in the very first version that aren't, that still haven't been fixed, even on the, the versions that you play on your phone, or the version that you play on your calculator, the version that you play on your watch, the version that you play in Microsoft Word. I think that's the most stable version. The one that you play in Microsoft Word is pretty good.
No, it used to be in Excel, didn't it?
Yeah, but they had some memory leaks, so they moved it to Word.
Right, to Word. That makes complete sense, to be fair.
It's those macros problem.
Macros.
So it's not out yet, is it? Fallout 76.
I'm genuinely surprised you can't play Fortnite on Excel yet.
We'll still give it a week. 100 columns dropped from a plane.
It's quite literally on my phone, on the Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, fridges, Linux shit.
Well, all right. So
it'll be on my watch before long.
We've done the news, so we can move on to what we're playing. So we've all tried Fortnite because we're old people, and Craig.
Trying to say I'm not old?
But no, you're not old, but you have the attitude of someone that's quite old. Pretty jaded for someone in the mid-20s.
Is James just waiting outside the door at this point in time?
That's a good point. Can we have a cock update, please?
It's cock update with Craig McKay.
Have you got your...
I think he stopped.
He's turned around.
He's got a better offer. Oh, no.
Yeah. We're fucking waiter.
Yeah, Fabio called him.
Trouble is, he could probably just keep going, let's be perfectly honest. All those fucking drugs Craig's going to pump into him.
Well, if he's the catcher, it's not like he's going to come and go home.
Drugs. That's... I don't do drugs.
Are you telling me poppers aren't called as drugs, Craig?
No, they're not a drug.
This is a good conversation. So where do you draw the line on what a drug is? Poppers, where you inhale solvents, is not a drug.
Heroin.
Brilliant. So Craig's line is heroin.
Wait, how did this happen? I'm sure we were talking about Fortnite. How did this happen? How did we get so quickly from that to heroin?
It's a similar kind of drug, the addiction.
Well, it is an appropriately named podcast, I suppose. You did start talking about poppers, so sure. All right, let's continue down this avenue. What do you consider to be a drug then? So poppers, not a drug. Heroin, a drug.
What's your gateway drug, Craig?
What define what's in the middle?
All right. So you drink beer, that's a drug.
No, not a drug.
No, not a drug.
You smoke nicotine, that's a drug.
Not a drug.
That's the worst drug.
It's not.
It's all right. This is drugs that Craig agrees with. Yeah. He's his own fucking special counsel.
Taxable drug.
Talk to Craig.
Talk to Craig. So you get to fuck.
Stop being
a pussy. Honestly say that poppers aren't solvent abuse then?
No.
How do you...
Sniffing glue is solvent abuse.
Yeah, but so is poppers.
No.
Fucking hell.
All right,
they come packaged in a bottle, made for sniffing.
So if I package glue in a bottle made for sniffing...
So if I pop Tipex in a popper's bottle...
It's fine.
Great.
So what you're saying, Craig, is that marketing works on you?
Yes.
Brilliant.
So weed then? What's weed?
It's not a drug.
It's not a drug.
What about if I market poppers as a drug? Would you stop taking them?
No.
Ecstasy.
Right. So you would do drugs?
Yes.
Have you ever done... Oh, sorry.
Is ecstasy a drug?
No.
What about mushrooms?
What the fuck are you talking about? Ecstasy's not a... Well, okay, so heroin's the only drug then?
Yeah, pretty much.
Class A.
Yeah. Anything Class A. That would be a good start.
So Class B and below are fine.
Besides cocaine, though. Cocaine's not a drug.
Cocaine, so it's just heroin, but crack cocaine, is that all right?
Potential date. Oh no, I'm drug free. Apart from Class C.
I'm fucking straight edge. Apart from the weed, cocaine, ecstasy, poppers, probably several types of amphetamine.
You call your anus a drug? I'm 100% an addict. So he stopped off for a little bite to eat in Penrith, is that what you're saying?
I think that's what he's done, yeah.
Why wouldn't he just stop off at yours for some food? Do you not offer food?
I do offer food.
Have you seen his fridge?
It is a 3.5 hour drive.
So what? It's just going to be longer now, isn't it?
Well, he is diabetic.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. You know,
have to pop a cheeky insulin in there halfway through the session. A cheeky jab in the thigh.
Yep.
So you're a lover and caregiver at the same time. That's good.
Do you often wonder if he's just fainted on your cock?
Don't ever go there.
Is there an IV next door?
I have had one guy have a panic attack
on your cock.
Yeah.
Worst thing ever. I shit you not.
Is that because it wasn't consensual?
Maybe.
It's just a straight hetero guy walking down the street. Craig gets the eye.
He gets his little handkerchief out with his special non-drug on it. Have some of this
they
non-drug.
Love surprise.
Come to my house.
They love spontaneous sex. What do you understand?
It's why my apartment's on the ground floor. And just climb out the window and pull somebody in.
Great. Speaking of surprise sex, did I tell you it's been 6 years since Julian Assange?
Danielle.
Go with that. Great minds.
Yeah, no. Julian Assange. There were some protesters outside the embassy, and they've all got the little posters saying "Don't shoot the messenger." And you're like, "Fucking good luck, mate. He's not getting out of there." I mean, unless it's in a body bag.
How do you know he's still there, though? That's the question.
Were they protesting that Julian Assange had dry January?
He had surprise January. I'm not sure. It might have been dry. Yeah, he might not have had time to think about that.
I'm sure they usher in some Venezuelan or wherever it is Peruvian whores for him. Which embassy's in now?
I think he's got too much osteoporosis at this point. He probably just has to have a quick cheeky wank at the computer when the rest of them are out.
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Did you see what they tried to do a couple of months back? And they tried to make him
lure him out with a female version of Julian Assange.
Just a picture of him.
Yeah, like a mirror.
Yeah, it's just a book about him, and they were like, "Come and read the book about you."
Look, we've got a paper that you can sign, and you're completely exempt from all laws.
Oh, that sounds great. Oh, yeah. And then he comes down the
sounds
stairs.
like Crocodile Dundee, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
What?
Oh, anyway. Hey, paper, sign me freedom away, hey.
Trying to have a shrimp on the barbie. That's amazing.
So do you reckon, well, actually, yeah, it's not a Julian Assange podcast, is it? What were we talking about? We were talking about bum sex, weren't we?
Yeah, but before that, there was something else, wasn't there?
Bum sex, drugs. Fortnite, yeah. We didn't actually start talking about Fortnite, but yeah.
Oh, thank fuck.
I still don't know. It's fun.
You said it was fun last night.
It is fun. It is, but it's not like take over the world fun. I think that's the problem.
There's no depth to it. You get what you're given and you just deal with it. And it's easy to play and it's quick. And I think that's why kids like it, because they've got no attention span. There's no skill to it. But we found out we survived.
Like it is like someone just takes a fucking barrel of sugar and just shoves it down your throat. Like, this tastes good. This tastes good. No, I'm dying. Kind of like
it wasn't like skill where we ran between trees and had to dodge bullets. It was just quite literally you saw everybody coming at you.
Although this morning when I won,
played Indian bob and head music.
When I won this morning, I felt pretty good for about a second. I was like, hold on, this is like the 4th time I've played this. How have I fucking won? And I'm sitting there on a Switch in my boxers, just sitting there on my sofa, and I've just won, presumably again against toddlers.
To be honest, who else owns a Switch, Glenn? Homeless, DSS, and toddlers.
Well, yeah, 99 of them, according to my stats.
It's a lot of homeless.
Yeah, it was really satisfying though to have that guy go to all that effort to build his thing. I didn't build his dick. I didn't build anything. Just watched him build his fort patiently, waited for him to poke his head out and shot his fucking head off. It was good to carry over those skills from PUBG to this environment. You build all the fucking shelter you want, mate. As soon as I see that head, it's coming off.
See, what I normally do is I save a couple of rockets for the base of their thing and then shoot the base of it, and then watch inevitably as they fall to their death.
Do they make it exciting, Craig? Do they pass you the insulin and you have to just work out where it goes? You start using it as a dildo.
Oh, God. No, it's too small.
Wow.
So that's Fortnite.
Yeah, that's done.
We've done Fortnite.
I pushed you around the trolley last night.
That was really good, actually. I did enjoy that. Have you experienced the trolley yet, Craig?
I did. I pushed it off a ramp and then jumped in the front seat.
See, I had a chauffeur. I was sitting in the trolley, and Josh pushed me down a hill, and we went straight towards the base. He pushed me up a ramp, and then we both died. That was great.
And we did die very quickly. Well, no, you died by a glitch, didn't you?
I fell through the fucking floor. Yeah, I forgot about that in that finished game. The most polished game on Earth. Fell through the floor like it was fucking Armour 3 mod. Or just Armour 3.
Just Armour 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing in it. There's not that much to say. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I can't say much beyond. It definitely feels like a game that was another game and is now this game.
Just never put money into it.
Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I'm like, why do I need to look like a ninja?
Did you put money into Rocket League?
Yeah, but that's different.
It's all cosmetics.
Yeah, but I like supporting it.
Yeah, exactly. I think I want to have a cool looking car in that game. Can't say there's a good logical reason for it, but I don't care in Fortnite, and I do care in Rocket League. Is anyone playing anything else?
No, just what we're playing.
Tell you what, Craig, why don't you give me a review of Forts?
Worms 3D.
It's not 3D.
It is 3D.
It's 2D.
Yeah, but with depth.
Yeah, but you're playing it on a 2D plane, though, aren't you?
Maybe.
All right.
What's it do?
Is that it? Well, what am I
it's
getting
a couple of the worms. What more do you want out of this?
Well, I don't know. You build a fort, don't you? And then you get it shot because you don't know how to play it. That's what happened to us. It seemed like if I actually knew what the fuck I was doing, it could be quite fun. But
well, whose fault's that?
Well, yours, because you didn't fucking onboard us. You just shot us.
No, you had the option to play the tutorial.
Right. We were a few drinks in at that point.
And again, I think you'll find this is a you problem, not a me problem.
Yeah, maybe. So what's that then? 7 out of
10? 5 out of 7.
7 out of 5.
Close enough.
Can we try for some Nintendo news again? See what we get this time.
Do you know what was funny? She's just messaged me going, "Did you ring me?"
Oh, excellent.
We interrupt this broadcast for some important Nintendo news.
Hello?
There she is.
There I am.
They want
I was
some.
ringing you, and obviously you were ringing me, so it's going to
That's correct, Laura. They'd like some Nintendo news, please.
Nintendo news.
Nintendo news. E3 was shit. I don't know.
A little bit more, please.
E3 was pointless, and
what about some Smash Brothers? What about that?
Fortnite of 2 million downloads.
Yeah,
2 million downloads. Yeah.
Yeah, Smash Brothers. Every character.
Can you tell me every? Can she hear me?
Which is scandalous.
No, she can't. Glenn wants to know.
I want to know how many balance changes were there for.
Glenn wants
Smash
to know
Brothers.
how many balance changes were there for Smash Brothers.
And can you list them each?
And can you
How
list
many
them?
what there were?
How many balance
I can't hear you.
changes there were for Smash Brothers? And can you list them all, please?
I really, really, really can't.
Can you
I
try?
switched off, sorry. Okay, also, let him know that the shares have gone down.
In
for
what?
Nintendo.
In
Oh
what?
yeah,
On
'cause it was
Nintendo.
a shit. Show.
Yeah. Nintendo
Okay.
shares
Can you just advise us how many drinks you've had already?
I've had about 2.
I can tell.
Can you tell? Am I that obvious?
Yeah, a little bit.
I have Prosecco and red wine. So
Prosecco.
a Prosecco. Yeah, Prosecco, yeah.
Did Shigeru Miyamoto make that wine?
Glenn's asking if Shigeru Miyamoto made that one, Laura.
Made that wine.
It's what, sorry?
Made that wine. Did Shigeru Miyamoto make that wine?
I hope so. Because it'd be full of amazing stuff. But can I just ask, is his Twitter account real? I don't understand if it's real or not. Is it, or is it fake? Like, it's
What?
confusing me every day when I go onto it.
I think she's talking about the Miyamoto Twitter account.
Hold on, the Shigeru Miyamoto account where he's saying things like the
It's
E3
real.
document wasn't real. That
Yeah, she wants to know if it's real or not.
of course it's real, obviously.
I don't understand.
Glenn's-
This is not a parody account. I don't know if that's sarcastic.
No, parody
Right.
account means it's real.
Yeah, it's real, Laura. Glenn's saying it's real.
But if he's saying this is not a parody account,
Look, to be fair, he's got an intern that translates it for him, but
Hang on, let me
he's
see if
writing
I
the
can.
original
Hang on, let me
Japanese.
see if I can put you into my speaker. Hang on. Right, try. Can you hear Glenn
Right.
now, Laura?
Can you hear me?
yes.
So, right, what you've got to bear in mind is the account's real, but he's writing to his interns in Japanese, and that's what they translate out. So sometimes it sounds a little bit weird.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because some of the posts have been a bit weird, so that makes sense. So he's actually official, because it's picked to be official Twitter, like to be the official guy.
Yeah,
So it must be
so
weird.
people know what we're talking about. I'm going to give a few examples after the Nintendo news, but yeah, it's the Japanese interns translate what he says into English, and then that's what we get. So some of it's lost in translation, so it seems a little bit weird, but it's all normal stuff that he's saying,
Right.
so it's fine.
Okay. Well, not really. It's not normal stuff, because he's saying like stuff about Luigi's penis and stuff.
Yeah, but he's saying don't talk about
Like,
Luigi's
that's not
penis.
normal.
Because in Japan there's like some taboos about talking about Luigi's penis. So he's just saying to people, look, don't talk about Luigi's penis. It's a bit, just don't do it.
Okay. Fine.
So it's fine.
Fine.
You just
Okay, well,
send him a message if you want. They'll translate it for him.
Laura, it's not very busy where you are. Where are you?
I walked outside because I can't hear you otherwise.
Oh wow.
It's really busy because the World Cup is like Portugal versus Spain or something, and it's like 1-1, and everyone's come to the fucking mecca of the like pub to watch it
The Mecca of the pub.
and get drunk. So yeah, it's really, really busy.
Right. So you're there, your gay best friend. Well, Craig.
Yeah, I'm
waiting
meant to
for
be
his
ordering
gay-
nachos as we speak, but I've come outside to speak to you.
Oh, look at that. That's dedication.
Wow, that's dedication to your job.
That is fucking like pure dedication
Well,
right there.
just as the off note, please don't get too raped or too drunk. And yeah,
Well, you know, maybe I want to, you know, get a bit of action. Sort of
Brilliant.
thing, you know.
brilliant.
So there we go.
I
That's
hope I'm not on
Nintendo
speaker
news.
still, am I?
Yes, there you are, Laura.
That's number wank.
You know what's really pissed me off the last few days? Fucking, I've been infested by fruit flies. They're fucking gnats. And you know what? Joshua said, they'll go in a day. I don't think so. They live for 50 days, and they lay 500 eggs a day. So I'm fucked.
Throw the fruit out, surely.
No, I don't have any fruit, though, Glenn. That's the hilarious thing.
So why have you got fruit flies?
Everything away that could possibly be infecting them, yeah? And they're still there.
Because she doesn't
Every
clean.
time
Doesn't
I
clean
see a
anything. Glenn.
fruit fly.
Should clean the house,
I have cleaned it.
like properly.
Don't be so rude.
I love how angry you get on 2 drinks.
I'm not angry, but you know what? They should make a game out of this. Like, I don't
The
know.
Nintendo
like,
game.
Fruit flies or something. This is a great game.
Super pisshead, lazy fucker. Can't be bothered to clean the house.
She can't
Like,
clean.
like fucking, like shoot the fruit Flies. It's a great game. This is what I want to happen.
Right, we're gonna have to end it there because the live broadcast is being cut up. So yeah.
Okay, great.
Glenn, you want to say your final piece, Glenn?
Yeah. So everybody, if you want to go and check out Shigeru Miyamoto's account, we'll put the link in the description, and you can go and see the absolutely genuine Miyamoto. So yeah, thanks very much, Laura. Thank you.
Alright, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks to Laura for a fucking massive waste of time.
That was good. Well, at least we got that in. Fucking Nintendo account. So what happened to your cock? We thought your cock had shown up, and that was it.
My cock had what?
Your cock had showed up. Your cock for the night.
No, you can't get from fucking Penrith to Glasgow in 10 minutes.
No one knows that.
Fucking hell.
No one knows that, Craig, apart from you.
I don't know the geography of either of those places.
Well, Penrith's in England.
Right, but so's Newcastle.
Yeah.
I think you could probably get from Newcastle
Glasgow's
to
in
Glasgow.
Scotland.
Yeah, it's not that big, is it? The United Kingdom, it's only 200 miles big.
No, I think you'll find it's a bit bigger than that.
Bit more, yeah. Tiny bit more.
Yeah, quite a bit more.
I don't give a fuck. So he's not there yet, then.
So you went to do what I usually do, Craig?
What?
Hang some washing up.
That's exactly what I had to go and do. So it didn't look like I'm completely undomesticated.
Right.
Like I think you're past that point.
Thanks.
When you show him your mattress with no sheets on it.
That's the best part.
Sheets have been...
Sit on a rug with a TV that's on the floor.
No, I have a thingamajig stand.
Made a table.
Oh yeah, thingamajig stand.
Yeah.
So how long left till he turns up?
An hour. I don't know.
All right, well, you should. You've got one on track now.
Be up late. All right, it's fine. Just don't have to worry about it. So, should we do the ending again then?
Do we even have an ending?
I think we should do it. All it is you just talk a load of bollocks about what's just been talked about, and then that triumphant music plays in the background. I just want it to. I just don't want it to be as lonely.
Involved in it anyway. You're playing fucking Eve the entire time.
No, but then it'd be fun to see. Okay, well, all right, Craig, the music's playing now. You can hear it in the background. What happened today? What have we learned?
E3 was shite.
Yep.
Laura is a terrible drunk.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of drugs in the world.
No, there aren't, are there?
Not in your fucking world, there isn't.
There's only two.
I think in everybody else's classification range, you'd be fucking locked up, Craig.
Yeah. So we've been brought to you by Fallout 76. See, I'm getting deja vu now because we just did this. We're brought to you by Fallout 76. We're also brought to you by Two Drunk Flings, which is a very niche podcast about the Blood Bowl. Go and check that out if you want to listen to a podcast with actual audio equipment and professionalism. So off you go. And if you want some drugs, there aren't many.
Craig's a man for classification. I think heroin's off the table.
Yeah, Craig's not going to be able to get you heroin, but if you need anything else,
ecstasy, cocaine. I mean, that's kosher.
It's all in his fridge.
Pretty much anything that you want.
Yeah, he's got in the bit where the eggs go, he's got poppers. Then where fresh produce goes at the bottom, it's just a bag of cocaine.
Not
2
even
kilos to be precise.
It's not even ice in the ice tray.
MDMA.
Love that.
A load of speed
You just
in the
frozen
freezer.
MDMA into the ice cube trays. So fucking subtle.
Yeah, you put them in ice, or you put them in water, you freeze them over, and the next thing is you've got an ice cube of pure MDMA.
Oh, trendy.
Okay, well, there's only like 3 minutes worth of music, so should we say bye now? Bye, bye.
Oh, I love you.